me and James were touching on a little bit. Um, gonna touch a very sensitive topic for a lot of people, LGBTQ, and I believe they were trying to add pedophiles to that. I'm not sure exactly if they succeeded or not, but I believe it's lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, and queer is the Q, I
I
think.
believe it's clear, yes. I
Even though I
also
thought
heard,
queer was the same thing as gay, but clearly
I've
not
heard
then.
also people say, someone say questioning before, but I'm not sure if that's correct or not.
Okay, I can see that questioning. All right.
I'm
Well,
in
I was
LG.
saying, I was mentioning the Jan's part because I was on Tinder and saw a trans woman, but I didn't realize. Actually, even before Tinder, it was on Twitter. There was this girl, or I thought it was a girl, and I guess I should have known it wasn't because her name, or she probably wants to be called her. So her name is Dick Girl Diaries, but I was kind of like, okay, so it could kind of be a guy, kind of be a girl. I was going through the media, and I started seeing things about like her dad finally accepting her for who she is, and then she had to pick up like her transformation. And when I tell you night and day, I don't know where this person got the money from to do this, because they look like just a regular person. But boy, you would not be able to tell. And she did this transformation and still has her dick. Like, it's just like, what? But obviously, with something that has so many variables, there's going to be people who go about it a different way. Some people will dress that way and like the other sex. Some people will dress that way and like the same sex. So there's a lot of variables at play for sure. But that was just, it was just wow. Like, and I feel because they are, or at least the probably way they feel that they don't get enough shine, that kind of makes somebody want to do more and act out more. So they tend to do that, which is whatever. Like, I think it's human nature to kind of be that way. If you're getting rejected, you're gonna rebel, or like try to get attention, feel loved, and all that. But yeah, it's definitely living in an interesting time. It'd really be nice to know if it was like this 3, 4, 500 years ago. I mean, I doubt it. I think a lot of the environment and what's coming in and out of our bodies has a decent amount to play in that situation. But some people feel they were born that way. I actually had a girlfriend whose sister was a lesbian, but she still dressed like tomboy, not like a dyke as they would say, or she wasn't dressing girly, but she wasn't dressing like out there. And I spoke to her sister, and she felt that that was something. She was born that way, and she always liked girls. She's like, okay. I mean, I really don't have any qualms with it. Like, at the end of the day, live your life. As long as it's not harming anybody. Just those basic things. If that's what you really feel is you, then do you. It was just interesting. Like, I'd never really seen one. Like, obviously, in social media, you'll see some, or like
Seeing one
posts.
what though?
So I've seen like Facebook articles, or like somebody post something
But
on
you said
Facebook.
scene one. What do you mean by scene one?
Oh,
Oh
yeah, right. Yeah,
What you saying? Like, I
transsexual,
don't,
you're right. Should
because you
clarify
just
that.
there you
So
go.
yeah,
Because you just jumped into the
transsexual,
next thing, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
and then I think there's a difference between, like, I don't know the terminology, but there's one where they do the whole transformation, you call them something, and there's another one where they only do like just like a girl. Whatever, it's complicated. But yeah. Yeah, it was just living in interesting times for sure. And I feel that group of people can definitely easily be led astray because they're gonna be quick to react emotionally to things as they've been attacked or hidden, and now they feel this is the time for them to come out and be heard, even if what they're using their energy behind is not necessarily what they may think it is. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead because I'm really just ranting right now.
Are you like speaking like are you speaking more towards like them like coming out and like speaking out against certain things, or are you kind of like talking more towards just like just like their presence and like how you never know who may be transgender or who may not be.
Yeah, I guess it's more about like the presence and like how you kind of have to think about things that you really didn't have to even think about before.
I mean, well, it's kind of like, I mean, just think about like where you've been like, recently in the most recent years. Like this has been happening more so like probably around the time we were all in school. So think about like when we were in college, were we surrounded by that a lot? Were we surrounded by people of that nature a lot? Maybe, maybe not. But most times they're not gonna. They don't. Most times they don't really go around just yelling that they are or not. You know.
True.
Sometimes
Well,
you just never.
transgenders tend not to. I'd say if somebody's gay or bisexual, not or lesbian, then they usually like you usually can tell. I think most of them, especially at this point, aren't as afraid because it's definitely more accepted on TV and stuff like that now. So if somebody says they're gay or they're lesbian, it's not like, oh my god, what the hell? It's more like, okay, like this.
Yeah, but also with that, like that's where you got to kind of be careful. You can, be careful about assuming, what someone may be or what they might be.
Right.
Just because an outward appearance or of
Nah,
an image that they present. So it's kind of just like, until you know for sure, you just gotta, just kind of just treat them as you would any other person. That's how I live. Just like I try to treat everyone just as they're another person. You know, so like, I don't
Yeah.
judge. I don't try to judge people like whether they try to like. Obviously, it's a thought. If anyone tells you like they don't think it, then either that person is just really good and not trying to figure things out, or they're not really that observant, or whatever. But people naturally are going to try to think things when they see people that they notice someone that's a little bit more noticeable. So it's just thoughts that come across. But it's the impact. What really matters is more so is the impact that it has on your thinking and how you act towards them. That's what I feel about it.
I agree. Yeah, I remember.
so my question
Yeah,
is,
you could go
go
ahead.
ahead. Nah, it's like what point like do you want me to speak on?
Yeah,
Like I feel like
It's
there's a
not
million
really.
things that you could talk about, but
Yeah, there
it's
is. It's
like
not
the
really a.
general.
Yeah, it's just a general. It's not really like a. Do you agree with it? Blah blah. It's just how do you feel
Yeah,
about the presence, and I guess a little bit how it may or may not have impacted you.
I feel like it's always been here. You know what I'm saying? It's just people weren't as outward about it as they have been in the past couple of years. I mean, just for clarity's sake, it's end of 2019 December. But obviously there's been gay people, lesbian people, and since my high school years, I graduated in 2013, so you can do the math. 2009, 2013, yeah, there's been gay people. I've come in contact with gay people, and it's like they're people. At the end of the day, they're people. You don't have to treat them no type of different. Like they still laugh, they still have emotions. It is what it
exactly.
is. But there has been a lot more, at least visibly in my experience in my lifetime. There's been a lot more um, in the past since college. So from 2013 to 2017, than I've seen when I was in high school. I feel like a lot more has been visual visually. There's more, like that there's more people in school. Like even my brother, well, my sister, she's in middle school, and she knows that there's people who are gay and lesbian, and she's in middle school, and it's more like openly accepted. um but when it comes to them as like a group, the whole LGBTQ group, I do feel like that they are very, very, very judgmental. Like they are quick to get on somebody's ass if something is not said correctly, or somebody is just not used to them in a sense. Like, so for instance, I feel like, Josh, what you were saying, you would get attacked heavily just because you weren't using terms that were friendly to them, I guess, to say.
Mm.
And just in this talk, like there'll be people who'd be like, don't call them him or her. You have to use gender neutral pronouns. So it's like, I feel like they're quick to attack and just jump on you. And he said it in the beginning, like, yo, he's not a professional at this. He doesn't know the correct terms. Like, he's trying to tread lightly, but even so, they will still attack you. So it's like, yo, I get it because they've been oppressed, uh, at least in this society for forever, pretty much. But at the same time, you have to walk people through it. Like, you can't just attack them, expect them to know.
Yeah.
I think that's
But
really
like I was saying, in general, yeah, in general, it's just like, yo, at the end of the day, the people, whether or not you believe it's a choice, doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna exist. They're gonna be here, and they're gonna do what they gotta do. That's simple to me.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think, like, especially like that point where you're at, where you say, like, their own people to correct them more so. And I understand where it comes from, because when you've been a group that's been in a way persecuted, you have people being attacked for just being gay or being transgender. You're going to be quick to correct people because you're kind of going defensive, pretty much.
Right.
It's something that just happened, and it's understandable. So I think I want to see I'm kind of been on the lookout, and I've been watching and kind of paying attention a bit more to see a little bit less like of the attacking. But I have noticed that more people have been trying to teach, and it's just trying to see like that little bit of understanding with people that might not understand as much. Like, some people just gotta get slow walk to it. It's gonna take them a minute.
It's a fact. Some people may be quick at playing baseball. Some people it takes time to learn. It's just different from each person to person.
Facts.
That's all it is. This is no
I
big
remember
deal.
The Weeknd got some heat for his line in Lost in the Fire. And he was saying he would something about, he told me you're going through a phase trying to keep your heart safe. Basically saying that whoever the girl he was referencing was
I know what you're talking
being
about.
with a woman, and that he was gonna have sex with her straight, which I felt could be taken two ways. It could be literally sex straight, or have sex with him and then she'll be straight again. And people are like, oh, it's not just a phase, blah blah. And I'm like, you don't even know if the girl actually told him, because in the lyric he says that she told him she's going through a phase.
Yeah, she's going through a
messing with
phase. She's
girls.
trying to keep her heart safe. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's a story as well. Like, don't think that just because he's speaking on this that it's real life. It's a story.
Yeah, but I mean,
But yeah, I mean,
very
to conclude,
literally.
it's definitely very emotional group, and I guess it's to be expected. It's to be determined what the future holds. Yeah. But yeah, that's a topic we could really delve into. But at least for now, I just wanted to get like a feeler about how we feel about the presence. Let's see.
Yeah, they here.
Yeah,
They're here to
that's
say
They
either
loud
you
and
live with
proud.
them or they gonna
But
be after you.
what? Go ahead.
No, I was done. I was like, either learn to live with them
I think
or they will be after you.
they I don't want to generalize, but like, again, like I was saying, they do attack heavy, bro. Like, you can't be no type of wrong. You have to be perfect at all times. Otherwise, you're getting attacked. That's a fact.
It's like a
Just
legit
for
community.
instance, in my own experience, yeah. In my experience,
go ahead.
at the Pride Parade, in New York. I was on the subway, and obviously a lot of people are gonna catch the subway to go to downtown, and um, it was just people being people. They're playing music, they're having a fun time, da da da. But everybody who was there for work, they got to go to work or whatever, like they were being attacked because they weren't joining in on their fun, like they weren't as rowdy, da da da. They weren't attacked, like they weren't dancing or whatever. They were just keeping to themselves, and they were like, "Oh, that's the heteros over there, da 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 da." Like they whack, da 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 da. I mean, it's just like, like I get it, like you want to have fun, but at the same time, you have to respect a person that just doesn't want to do anything. The same way that they not telling you got to be quiet, da 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 da. Is the same way you shouldn't attack them for not joining in on your fun. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just weird. Like this whole thing is just you have to tread water carefully. I think that's what this era is right now. Everybody's getting attacked for everything, and you just got to be quiet about it. I think it's kind of corny. Like if you don't talk about it, where are you gonna get? Nowhere.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's
I think
like
that definitely
you
is
have
like,
to talk about it. You have to bring it up in order to move forward. Whether like I'm not saying move on, like oh forget about them. They had their spurt. Like no, I'm just saying if you want people to, you know, hold up. If you want people to uh, move with you along in your journey, to be able to have dialogue. If there's no dialogue, is everything's gonna stay stagnant. Nothing's gonna happen. So, but that's just
Yeah.
my nickel, as Josh would say.
Yeah, I agree. Because they were put in that category, they tend to like be, oh, look at those cisgenders or make up these terms, and it's like it's the classical of like doing what was done to you, like hurt people hurt people. They're
Yeah.
literally doing what was done to them, and I mean, I don't even want to say this, but it's like for the species to continue, a male and a female, and I understand technology can like finagle that and finesse it, but naturally, a female and a man are to be together sexually, and then a baby comes. So to try and like
You
make a certain
you're
type,
100% gonna get attacked.
yeah, I mean, I'm not even worried about that, but to try and attack
okay,
people who are
okay.
like on that natural path makes no sense. I'm not saying not have your opinion, but to try and say, oh, look at them, like they're weird. No, we're
I think that's
not.
just
To be
just
honest, we're the standard, and it's okay that there's an alternative now, or maybe there was even before. But to be in
I think
denial of that
that's
is a big issue, and like until there's like that understanding of common ground, which I'm sure some of them do, and some of them don't. But it's like, yo, what?
All right, so let me talk real quick. First of all, as a disclaimer, one, when we talk about LGBTQ and when we say them, obviously we're not talking about every single person.
Right.
Like it could because you're gonna get attacked on the minute details.
We're not all like
Like
it.
yes, everyone understands that. It's like
I would hope.
no one group is all like you're definitely gonna get attacked. Hey, you don't determine what natural is. Bam. Then you're gonna say because you said standard, you're gonna get attacked for saying standard and alternate. Like yo, you're just gonna everything you just said. You're just gonna get attacked on. You're gonna get nitpicked on every single point you said. And I understand where they're coming from. I do, but it's at the same time, like it is what it is.
Bro, it
I
is
don't
what
even
it
want to really
is.
talk about it because I already know what's gonna happen. Like,
I mean, it's just like
but
this thing. It's like the one thing like I do understand is just like, but it speaks to a bigger issue is like the whole common ground, like the whole like everyone just like respecting like what other people like how they live or like how they think. But that's just a whole.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, it is, but it's just like there's a whole. I feel like there's just a whole lack of that among everyone right now, or a lot of people, or a lot of different groups right now. I just feel like that there's that. But I mean,
yeah, but the problem too at the same time is you cannot, as much as you want to be okay with everyone living their life how they want to live, like at the same time you cannot do that, because there's gonna be a situation where that arises where you're not gonna be happy about what somebody else is doing. Like think about it like this. Okay, there's the standard, American family eats meat. Vegans will be tight. Some vegans will be tight at the fact that you are killing animals.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's that simple. Like someone's always gonna have a problem with the way you live. Like, but at the end of the day, live your life.
Exactly.
You can't allow somebody else's opinion to
you can't let
make
that
you do something or
life.
make you not do something. Facts. If you want to eat meat, eat meat.
Yeah,
we're
saying the same thing.
Same thing with LGBTQ. If you want to have sexual relations with somebody, that's on you. It has nothing to do with me. I don't care. Do what you want to do.
Exactly.
I'm gonna live my life. It has no effect on me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you live, no matter which way you live, don't go and oppress another group because you want to oppress them. Like,
yeah, don't get oppressed, or don't be oppressed.
That goes for everybody.
You were oppressed.
Exactly.
You kind of defeat
exactly. the purpose. Don't exactly. You literally become the same person you're fighting against. It doesn't make sense. And this goes for all groups. This is not just like
Facts.
us slandering LGBTQ. Like, live your life. Who's to say what you're doing is wrong or right? Well, at the end of the day, the only person who knows is you. You don't want to get that gut feeling.
Yeah, if it generally makes you happy, that's what matters, regardless of people. And this is gonna be extremely controversial, but if somebody's into something
you are controversial,
a lot of people aren't into, I won't get into specifics of exactly what, but playing the right or wrong is it's a headache, and it's not a battle that one can necessarily win. At the end of the day, people need to do what they feel is right and what makes them happy, and be happy with the pros and the cons that come with that. If you can be happy with that, you'll be fine. If you're doing it because it's cool or because it's a trend, and then you get the cons, then you're gonna be tight. And you'll be like, damn, I didn't really want to do this. I was just doing it because it was the thing, and now I got 20 years in jail. Like, you don't want to be that person. So it's just about understanding who you are or learning who you are.